sideband, FT8 and ready. They're gonna have a total of 12 stations at maximum. Right now, according to their website, they'll probably only run 8 routinely, but they'll try to put as many on the air toward the end of the expedition. Their goal is 200,000 QSOs. And the support for this DXpedition, and a lot of people don't realize how much it costs to mount a DXpedition.
Couple million?
You're talking upwards of $1 million. And we're gonna look at that budget in just a bit. But the North Carolina DX Foundation and the Independent DX Association have been major contributors, along with various clubs and individuals and companies throughout the world.
If you're interested in supporting them, go out to their website and donate. Whatever you can. I think I gave $20
Yeah.
for the last attempt.
We're gonna have a go here to spend money.
Okay.
Now, this is the overhead map. There is a remote unattended meteorological station up on the northwest corner. We're looking north here. Everything is north on Bouvet Island. But here's a remote meteorological station. Cape Phi down here is where the DXpedition is going to be mounted.
Oh boy. Worst possible area.
Now here are the intrepid explorers that are gonna go down to Bouvet. The 3 folks on top, Ken, Rune, and Erwin, they're the ones in Norway that have been really ramrodding this. And they'll have the other operators going along. 2 interesting, 3 actually, folks, Dr. Bill, Dr. Mike, and Dr. Otis.
Yeah.
Dr. Bill is an active DXer, is also a trauma surgeon. Dr. Mike, active DXer, he's an ER doctor, taking 2 doctors along with him. Dr. Otis, he's a doctor, but he's a dentist. And he is also an active DXer. I kind of thought that was kind of strange, but as I read closer,
Not strange at all.
you're gonna be down isolated for up to 30 days. And yes, you've got a doctor that can take care of your broken bones, but what if you have a tooth go bad? You're really in deep doo-doo. So they've got a lot of medical coverage on this trip. They also ask, as do many DXpeditions, the people that are going, go get a very thorough medical evaluation before you leave. They don't want any surprises when they get out there. This is the ship they're going to be on, and just so they don't have engine problems, they're taking a sailboat this time. And Marma is
Three-masted?
a 100-foot ketch, and it's had a lot of experience in the
Southern Ocean.
Arctic and Antarctic areas. As mentioned, it's gonna be about 10-15 days sailing from Port Stanley, Falkland, and then another 10 to 15 days getting back to Cape Town. As you can see, they've had a lot of experience in the Arctic, and they're gonna be down there right in the middle of summer in the southern hemisphere. So probably the weather will not be as bad as we can imagine. Again, here's the island, and here is where the remote weather station is. Again, here's Cape Phi, where they're going to be landing. They're gonna be landing using Zodiac boats. No helicopters, they're just gonna be having 3, I think it's, yeah, they added an additional Zodiac boats. They're gonna have 3 Zodiacs going between the support ship and the beach.
Is that leeward side?
I'm sorry.
Is that leeward side?
Downwind.
Well, this is north. I think at that point in the earth, there is no leeward or windward. It's all
A mess.
you get it from all sides.
I don't know why they
Well,
don't.
here's where they're gonna be landing, over in this area. Then they bring everything up, and this is a spit of volcanic soil, and this, folks, is a glacier. So they're gonna have a very hostile environment where they're going to be landing their equipment, hauling it up here and setting it up. Now this is that spit of land, it's kind of looking to the southeast, and this is where the entire antenna field will be set up. And their antennas, they're gonna carry hex beams. Some will be pointing toward Japan, others toward Eastern Europe, Central Europe, North America, East Coast, North America, West Coast. And they'll have tents located pretty much in the center of their operating area. This is what it's gonna look like from the ship. Be landing here, carting everything up, and setting it up. Now this is the wiring diagram. That's very, we're gonna break it down a little closer here in just a moment. But to the right, or excuse me, to the left, that's how the radios are gonna be wired. Over here is how the antennas are gonna be wired. No rotors. Everything's north anyway. And they're gonna be carrying hex beams. They're gonna be fixed direction. They're also going to be using verticals. Now this is the basic setup as to how the radios will be wired. First of all, you have your power, Hyundai 6 kW generators, diesel generators, and it has all of the wiring diagram in terms of how the radios and the various assortment of accessories will be hooked up. This is how the antennas will be hooked up. They're going to be using triplexers to get the most functionality out of their antennas. Be using hex beams and also verticals. And this is the diagram of what their entire setup will look like. The entire spit of land they're going to be on is about right around 900 feet long. At this end, it's about 120 feet wide. Down here, it goes down to about 30 feet. They'll have 3 tents, an operating tent, a social tent, if you will. That's where they'll consume meals, have meetings, etc. And they'll also have the sleeping tent. And of course, here are the various hex beams. And then also they'll have the vertical set up.